morning. Good morning, everyone. May I request that we start? My name is Vusi Lamini. I'm the Director for Communications and Marketing within the ERS. Welcome to this another event where, as an organization, we are launching one of our key products. I will be directing the program today. I would love to recognize the presence of the Commissioner General and his executive, the C2D partners, led by Philip, representatives from the business community, and representatives from other key stakeholders who are here today, ERS staff, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, we are here today. We are launching another key milestone, if we were to put it that way, as an organization. And it's one of the key things that we started developing, or the key programs that we started developing a few months ago. And it is joy for us today to be standing here and actually sharing with our key stakeholders in terms of what we are going to showcase today. May I mention that our program is not going to be a very long one. We will be having 4 key presentations. We will have a presentation by our Commissioner for Domestic Taxes, Mr. Vusi Ngampalala, who is going to be taking us through what this new program or this new system is all about. We will then demonstrate that system. We will have a colleague of ours who is going to demonstrate how the whole system works. We will then invite our partners from C2D, who are going to share with us what they have done and how they feature in relation to this system that we are introducing. And then we'll have our Commissioner General do his keynote and we will close. At this point in time, may I invite our Commissioner for Domestic Taxes, Mr. Vusi Ngampalala, to come forward, and he will lead us through a brief presentation of what this new system that we are introducing is all about. Mr. Ngampalala, please come forward. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. May I write on the already observed protocol by Vusi Dlamini. My name is Vusi Ngampalala. I am the Commissioner of Domestic Taxes. I note that on the program, it's written that I'm the Commissioner of Domestic Tax. It is taxes. It is taxes that I'm Commissioner for. I'm responsible for compliance in all the tax types: VAT, pay-as-you-earn, withholding tax, income tax, personal income tax, and the like. So I am going to talk to what is coming with this new system, because it significantly affects the Department of Domestic Taxes, at least for a start. In the next release, we will be integrating with other systems and getting more onto the side of the domestic taxes operations through this system. So I will now then, I will talk to only 3 slides. I've been given 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll try to stick to that. On the background on why tax is, I will not go in detail because Philip here is going to give us the overview of ORMP. Otherwise, we are from a system called Revenue Management System, the RMS system that we procured in 2011. And we are replacing that system with this one because it had some weaknesses that we want to close. And also we listened to the clients who raised some concerns with some of the applications therein. So we are moving to this system because we believe this one will address most of the problems. We know high level that this one is highly configurable, this ORMP system that we are buying from Oracle, and it is able to integrate with other systems. The old one, RMS, was very rigid, and we wanted to integrate with other systems as of long ago because we took a decision as the ERS that we want to be data-driven, and in doing that, we want to move with our partners. So we needed a system that will support that ambition, and this one that we are launching today is going to take us there. Also, the security of the data is much more guaranteed on this system that we are taking you to. So briefly, I'll be talking to what you must expect on Monday when we go live on the 4th. You will be getting notifications if you are a client registered currently on the old system with us. On your email, you'll be getting a link that will take you to register or sign up into this new program. That link you will get on Monday, next on the 4th, first thing. We tried a lot there because generally when you migrating from a system like RMS, you could easily say, let's take on balances into the new system, and then we have live transactions from the 4th going forward. But we invested a lot of effort, and thanks to the team and the partners that are doing this with us, we invested a lot of effort to try and migrate all the transactions that are in the old system to the new system so that we minimize the number of queries from the taxpayers, because anyone who has a debt with the ERS, it changes almost every day. Now that we are February is ending today, if you owe ERS and you haven't paid, there will be interest that will accrue into your debt, and that balance will change from tomorrow. So the transactions will help then to know that the movement in your balance is because of the interest growth, and you will know the transactions therefrom. So that link will be sent to you, as I've said. We also have on our website, we will update the website to directly guide clients on how to get these updates. Also, we've engaged with our clients almost in all the regions, and the key things to allow you to get that link will be a valid email address, which is what we already have based on the records on RMS and the contact numbers. We will use the two to allow you to sign up into the new program. So clients who will not have received anything from us on the 4th, it will mean that maybe your email address may not be the correct one. So please do contact us for assistance. Our teams are ready to assist you. Then on the specific changes to expect when we go live or from the new system, we have more tax types now that are filed online. You will note that withholding taxes, that tax type you were not filing online per se. There was a very complicated process where you would withhold, then write on the tax, on the withholding tax certificate, the details of the taxpayer we withheld from, and then you come to the ERS for stamping of that certificate before you give it to the client out there. Then we update your records this side. But Coming from the 4th, you will not need to do that. You will file the withholding tax online, and then you will generate the certificate from the comfort of your office. And that is a very big plus, and it will be a saving on costs, and especially traveling costs coming to the ERS office to stamp that certificate before you issue it out. Also, we have introduced some uploading of schedules instead of returns per se. We know that our clients, in order for them to populate a VAT return, they will need some details from various schedules. Actually, currently, ERS, since October 2022, we've been requiring our clients to submit a return and a schedule, which is a detail making up the return, and a payment for VAT. So in this system that we are launching here today, we are introducing the VAT schedule that will just complete on the system, and it will pre-populate the return for you. So we have eliminated one activity in the compliance of the taxpayers. You do not need to fill the VAT return anymore. You just complete the schedule and then you upload. It will be demoed later today, and it is a plus. I expected that our clients will celebrate that, and a round of applause. Also, one thing that we've introduced, clients will be able to log queries on our new system. If you have something that you don't understand, you'll be able to log that query. Once that query is logged, you'll be able to track progress for starters, to know where it is, has it been closed, addressed to your satisfaction, and you will be able to interact with us with alerts, reminders, updates on the accounts. If we update your account for any reason, you'll be getting that notification to say your account has been updated because of your request or something that we noted internally. So there will be no surprises now on your account. You'll be alerted anytime there is a movement. Comprehensive and downloadable statements. We have been having a team that is responsible for sending out statements to those taxpayers who request their statements of account. So one other thing that we solved this time around on this new system was to say, let this be in the eyes of the clients out there. It is lying bare in your account. Once you log on to your tax portal, you are able to see the account standing and your balance. You can download it, send it to your bank to borrow you money so that you clear that balance, if any. So it is not now a requirement to call ERS and ask for that statement to be sent to you. This one also deserves a round of applause. We will be changing our VAT certificates because we issued them back then, 2014 when we started, 2012 when VAT was first launched. We will be changing those certificates and recalling all those that are reminding us that once we were SRA, we had authority in us. We do not want our clients and actually the people who buy from our clients to see any authority in us anymore. So we will be issuing new certificates. And this system has also assisted us in the aspect that we will not be sending them, printing them, delivering them physically. Clients will be able to generate these certificates from their offices, and these certificates will be QR coded for confirmation that this is a genuine certificate. It has not been forged. And so we will be collecting those certificates that are already out there, and we will expect our clients to print these certificates by a certain date. We will announce and we'll directly communicate with those clients that are registered for VAT. Also, I've already touched on the withholding tax certificate, no more visiting the ERS office for collecting or stamping those. We have also simplified the referencing. This one I think was once controversial, but we have listened to our clients because all we needed in this system only needed you to tell us the TIN, and we will allocate the payment to whatever you owe based on the allocation process that we agree on internally, which was going to take care of what may be costly for the clients. But for issues of reconciliation and accounting that our clients talked about during the co-creation process, we have decided to add the text type. So you will not only tell us your TIN, you will tell us the text type, then we allocate to that text type. The period and the month, the year and the month, we will determine that. We'll take the payment to the oldest period. This one will solve the suspense account issues that we've had, because some of our clients are still failing to do the long referencing where you state the TIN, text type, the month, and the year. So we've eliminated the month and the year. So you just tell us the text type and the TIN. The payment will be allocated instantly into your account and it will be updated. That is it on the first release from this system, because we are just taking ourselves out of the old one to the new one. These are improvements. Ideally, I was supposed to say we will be doing what we've been doing on RMS in this new system. Then from here, going forward, we are building or improving on it. But we have already included some improvements already on this coming system. So let me just highlight briefly on excellent than what you will see on Monday. So I've just picked some few things that you should expect in the immediate future. From the 4th going forward, there is no break. We are still developing Going-to Tax Ease platform. You should be able, without going into a banking portal or anywhere, inside that Tax Ease platform, you will be able to do your payment and your account gets updated immediately using various modes of payments. And also, this one is coming in July, the second one, the monthly payroll upload, July 2024. Currently, we have many of our taxpayers struggling to do the annual pay-as-you-earn reconciliations. The reason that is the case is monthly, when you make the pay-as-you-earn payments, you do not give us the payroll detail or the schedule of the employees, and we only do that once a year, and it takes time reconciling the payments and the lease over 12 months. So in July 2024, we will require that our clients, they give us a schedule every month. Our intelligence system will do the calculations, confirm over or under payments, and the feedback will get back to the clients to adjust the following month so that we will not have the annual pay-as-you-earn reconciliation process any longer. So this one is in the immediate and it deserves a round of applause as well. There's an auto-population of returns. We are dreaming for more here, but I just decided to highlight this one because you will now be giving us a schedule of employees for pay-as-you-earn every month. Will be for personal income tax. The data that you will have supplied to us will allow us to pre-populate the personal income tax for those individuals who are getting a salary somewhere and are expected to pay provisional tax. So the system will take the inputs from the various schedules that you will have shared through the monthly uploads, and we will be able to pre-populate your return immediately. So this one likely will go together with the pay-as-you-earn, the monthly payroll upload. We are also going to integrate with our Asikuda system immediately. This one is a priority, so that the VAT return or the VAT schedule, because we are no more going to be expecting VAT returns from our clients, they will complete a schedule that will need to match what Asikuda in terms of deferred import says. Then we automatically update that return easier and quicker. We are going to also automate or ensure that some of the levies are also filed online. That is fuel tax, uh, alcohol, tobacco, and alcohol, tobacco levy, then the casino levy. So we are also going to be prioritizing those in the next round. And talking to the next round, I mean an activity that starts next week. So the journey continues from here. Otherwise, thank you to our clients and those that I see here who were part of the co-creating team for the ideas, and we still need more, because our aim is to make it easier for our clients to comply with our tax regulations through these systems. Thank you, Program Director. That's where my presentation ends.
Thank you, Commissioner, for the presentation. I think the key thing here is that we develop this system, and as we do it, we have listened to our clients. And I think at the end, the Commissioner mentions that he wants to thank those that have been involved in the co-creation of this system. So it's very important that we understand also that in line with our new brand, we do want to be more client-focused. And this is one of the examples where we are demonstrating that as we develop our systems, we are not just doing them for our own benefit, but we do want to listen a bit more to our client needs. I think the key things that we have learned here is that the system goes live on the 4th of March, and it is important that you do anticipate to get that link, which I also believe will be posted on the website in terms of accessing. But if you happen not to be able to access the system or get that link, you will have to appreciate that probably your email address with the ERS is not the correct one. So we will be having a team on the ground that will be assisting so that at the end of the day, you are able to enroll into this system. I think the Commissioner has also highlighted some of the key benefits immediately we introduce the system, but also what we anticipate to get in the future. At this point in time, may I invite Tebole Nkosi Dlamini Mahlalela, who is going to be presenting to us how the system operates, particularly from your end as our clients, which is the tax ease that we are launching here today. May I also mention as she comes up that apart from us listening to you as our clients, the other thing that we do internally is to get ideas in terms of how of the products that we want to do as an organization. I must mention that Tebo is one that came up with the idea of tax ease as a system, so it's her brainchild. So we are actually proud of her for that. And as she was developing that, the key thing that we must remember is that she is developing such from a client perspective because she deals a lot with our clients. So she's a client-facing team member within the ERS. May I, at this point in time, hand over to her to take us through how the system operates. Thank you. Sihle, can you please come forward and assist? Sihle Dlamini. Okay, thank you. May I hand over to Tebo?
Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? I am very well, thank you. I had practiced a good morning speech, so I will go. To our distinguished guests, our valued clients, and my colleagues, protocol observed, good morning. Standing before you this morning is Tsobolonghosi Mahlalela. I am thoroughly excited, colleagues and our valued clients. I think you will understand why I am this happy, and I would like to pass on the joy because of this system, because it's here to solve many of our problems. It's here to solve many of our queries. It's here to solve even all those things that we couldn't solve before. You will have to go into our service centers and join those long queues just so that you get to understand your tax matters. But ERS felt, you know what, we are moving into a new system internally. We are taking advantage of the latest technologies, and we also felt it's proper that we don't go alone, but we take our valued clients with us. Amen. So, so my job here today is very simple, and I'll just be, they gave me 30 minutes, I'll be here for 10 minutes. I don't plan to be too long. I think the commissioner has already done a thorough job in introducing the new tax portal. Okay, we call it a portal, but I will try to say portal for the benefit of everyone. But because of the passion, you will allow me to sometimes refer to it as a portal. So the name has been unveiled already, and it just says it all, tax ease. The other day I was explaining to my colleagues that we don't call it easy because it has another connotation when you start to say easy. It's tax ease. Imagine yourself when you're cruising, you're busy with your tax matters, and you are about compliance, okay? And as the ERS, we make it a mandate, and it's at the core of our strategy that we make it easy for our clients to comply, so that we also realize voluntary compliance, 100% voluntary compliance for a better Eswatini. So I will go along and just introduce this system. I said that the commissioner has already touched on a number of things. It is an innovative tax service portal. So when we say self-service, we want you to realize self-service for real. This time around, we just want you to just sit back and just watch yourself complying. If we had kind of like a scale, and maybe you were at 1/10, because of the system, you'll be at 10.5/10 because of this system. It's going to make things easy for you. I'm not going to read word for word. Everything has just been said, but all that you are here to do now is just to demonstrate this wonderful system that you will also be calling us and saying, bring more, bring more. We love what ERS is busy doing to us because now we're in good books of the government. So it wouldn't have been a customer or a client system if it wasn't built on customer service standards. As the ERS, we pride ourselves I will just take us back a little bit. Before we were called the ERS, we were an authority. And I want to believe that if I were to take a small survey, 1 minute in this room, since the name change, 99.999% in this room can attest this morning to say, indeed, the attitude has changed. Indeed, ERS is now approachable. Indeed, now we are about the client. Indeed, now we can see customer centricity in everything that ERS do. Indeed, now we can see the respect. Can you agree with me? Don't be skeptical. In any case, if you haven't had the chance to experience these pillars, TaxEase is here. We are just here to give you the appetite. When you explore the portal, you will realize that, okay, okay, so with the pillars, one that is most important and that is at the core of everything is that we are an organization that has decided intentionally to embrace digitalization and data-driven. So everything has been informed by that main pillar. And we are saying through this portal, you will realize visibility and speed. When we say visibility, we don't want to hide anything from you. And then we wait for you and say you haven't complied. We want to give you everything. It will just be on your face and you'll be able to know what is expected of you on time. We'll be bombarding you with those notifications and you'll be like, oh, it's the commissioner again. Oh, okay, it's the commissioner again. We'll kind of develop some kind of, that kind of one-on-one. So through this portal, we are just making a promise to say we'll be at your face, we'll be on your face everywhere you go, whatever that you do. And communication for us, it's not just about us telling you what to do. It is also about sitting back and hearing from you. So through this portal, you will realize that there is a functionality or a capability that you'll be able to do correspondences. And what is different about this portal, I know that you are coming from an era where you used to write to the ERS and you would wait for days, for weeks, or even months, and you haven't heard from us. That has come to an end. This portal it will be more like a chat between the two of us. I told you it's kind of like a relationship that we are about through this portal. So it is built around these pillars, and we are still having an ear to hear from you. We want that feedback. So through those correspondences, you'll also be able to tell us how is the feel, how are you finding the portal, or what do you want to see more, and we'll be hearing from you through this portal. So it's exactly all this. I will now take you to the live demo. It means you are honored to be in this place, to experience it firsthand. I will be taking you through the live demo for TaxEase so that when you go back, we want you to be advocates for this and say, you know what, let's just comply, man. They've tried, they've made it easy for us, okay? You are going there now. Okay. So we've promised that on the 4th of March morning, you will be receiving a link that will allow you to access this portal so that you'll be able to do your tax matters with ease. This will be the landing page. Once you've clicked on the link, wherever you'll be getting it, we've made a promise that you will find it in all our digital platforms, so you can even visit our website. It's where you will find the link. Once you click on the link, please remember what's very key before you even visit the link is that you have shared your active email address with the ERS. It is registered and attached to a tin within the ERS. When you say it is attached to a tin, we're not saying it's a requirement now that you have a tin. You might be a tax rep, you might be a public officer. So all you are saying is that your active email address must be linked to a tin within the ERS. Could be your personal tin, could be your company tin. Once you have done that, TaxEase will allow you to then go ahead and sign up. This is the screen that you will see when you are doing the sign up. Because of time, I will not do everything. Our communications team are doing a great job. They'll be sending all these videos so that you'll be able to appreciate the steps that are expected of you to take. But this landing page for signing up, it's where you'll be capturing your details. Also, what is very important during this process is that you need to have your cell phone next to you, the one that you'll be capturing, because the system will be sending you one-time pins, levels, OTPs. So make sure that your phone is next to you and your email, you are able to access your email, because it's a two-step verification. We'll be sending an OTP through your email. We'll also send another OTP through your cell phone. So make sure it's next to you so that you are able to continue with the process. I said because of time, I will not take you through the sign up. But let's just say now you already have signed up and you already have the credentials, because once you do the sign up, you'll be able to also create your password. Going forward, within the sign up screens, there's also a page where you'll be doing the security questions just to verify that it's you and to strengthen the security for accessibility into the portal. So once you have done that, this is where the system is going to take you back. And from this point, you are ready to cruise. So you just type in your email, the one that you've just registered, and it comes with your password, and you are able to sign in. And this is the screen that you will see. For instance, the client that I signed up with right now is linked to different teams in the ERS. And in the different teams, she or he has different roles. So for instance, you have your 50 clients, your 5 clients, or even if you're just an individual. It means if you are linked to one team, at this stage, you will just find one team detail, and it will be the one that's linked to your email address. One thing I didn't say in the beginning is that your username for this portal is now your email address. So then that means it is high time. Now we cannot be sharing email addresses. So let's go back and preach the gospel. Everyone email for himself, or whatever that's supposed to mean. But I know that you understand. So at this point, you can see at the left of the page, on the left, you can see that the system is actually telling you what role are you playing within your client's team. For instance, under TaxEase Investments, my client that I logged in with is a public officer. Also within CMRN, he's a public officer, and then for Telanawe, he's a taxpayer representative, so on and so forth. Somewhere he's a nominated officer, and also somewhere is actually a personal teen. Her name is Ngwane Temtelo, and that is why we see taxpayer. So let's just choose one company that my client will be busy doing the good job for, which is tax compliance. So from that screen, we've already chosen a client that we want to work in. So this will be the wonderful landing page once you've clicked on that. Immediately, what you see is a summary of your taxes. I know, please don't be shocked when you see this amount. Some people can really owe, but this is how much the client is owing. But we are hoping that now that we've made things easy and seamless for all of you, you will not be comfortable to every time when you log in to your client's team, this is what you see. Rather see those brackets, because those brackets will mean you at least have a credit or at least a 0. This is a summary picture or a summary view of this client's account. And when you just go down, you are able to see the different tax types that the client is registered in. And each tax type is showing balances. So you can see that the client is busy, but it's just missing the payment part. That's the thing. That's the only problem with my client, but it's okay, let's move on. So these are the tax types that the client is registered in. Also on the landing page, I'd like to take you through this journey. You remember the first page that we saw where you had a list of your clients or all the teams that you are linked to. You can still switch your clients. If now I'm working on tax ease investments, I'm done, I can still go to that arrow at the top, and I can still switch within my clients. There's really no need for you to log out and come back again, cram that password. No, no, no. Once you've made up your mind that now I'm doing tax matters for my clients, you can literally just switch in between and you're able to do what's supposed to be done. Okay. On the left, we call this beautiful blue screen the navigator. That's where everything happens. Just forget going to the service center anymore. You have everything right in front of you. So within account, you are able to see your filing history. We've been receiving calls after calls, clients wanting to know, may I please have my return that I filed 2023 December? You have it here. For as long as you're a client and your TIN is active and your email address has been linked to that TIN, you will see all those details. You can click on filing history. You can go as back as you want. You'll be able to see a return. You can view, you can save it, you can even download it if you want. But we are not encouraging papers anymore. We've given you a package. So also going down within account, there's correspondence. I promised you correspondence. It means within correspondence, you will see everything coming from the ERS and anything that you've sent to them. For instance, when we check on correspondence, you'll be able to see when the commissioner was talking in the morning, he promised that you will no longer need to come to the ERS and put in those stamps, those manual stamps for your withholding tax certificates. Under or within correspondence, now if you've done any transaction on withholding tax and you've already paid, you'll be able to go into correspondence and retrieve that withholding tax certificate. That goes the same also for the VAT certificate. So no need for those white envelopes anymore. We are right in your face. Here, we've seen unfiled obligations. We still find them here. We're like, comply, comply, comply. Let's make this a possibility. So even within account, you can still click on unfiled obligations and you can see a long list, if it's a long list in your case, of all those unfiled obligations, and you can then be able to go ahead and do what is supposed to be done. Maybe let me just click for this client. I'm hoping they haven't filed only just one. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a long list, but this is what I'm talking about. You can even filter by text type if you want, and just closing into one text type to say, you know what, I just want to check about VAT. How are we doing? So now the system is able to consolidate and just show you only that text type that you've chosen. You can still go back to all and you're able to appreciate all your outstanding text types. Going back to account, we have account statement. It's been said all over again to say you've been calling us, you've been emailing us, requesting for a statement. You just want to see your balances. You just want to see how am I looking in terms of my tax matters. We're now saying no more need for that. You just click on account statement, bam, you're able to just retrieve, export. It's up to you whether you print or you save it anywhere you want. So we've just given you that capability. This is where you're going to export your statement. Going along, after account, we are able to see the payment history. In the morning, it was promised to us in this room that going forward in the near future, you will be able to, over and above you filing your tax forms, you can even go ahead and make your payment. Because now remember, your tax form is due the same date the payment is due. So what is the purpose or what's the need of you filing and then taking a bus or you drive all the way and go to the service center just to swipe 20,000. You might as well just switch and go to payments, and you're able to do your payments. So in the near future, we'll be able to see that. But within payment history for now, by the 4th, you will be able to see your payment history. That is to talk about even your receipts. You'll be able to retrieve your receipt numbers. So no need for you to go to the service center just for a receipt and just for your reconciliation. Through this portal, you'll be able to do all that. And then now we have tax form. Tax form is your returns. And tax forms, our valued clients, the only tax forms that will be available in the portal, they will be informed by the tax types that you are registered to in the ERS. If you are looking forward to file a VAT tax form, you must have been registered for VAT in the ERS. So the tax types that I'm able to see in the screen and that I'm able to file for are the ones that the team I'm working in is registered to. So I can file for corporate income tax, I can file for PAYE, I can file for provisional tax. Now we can file for provisional tax online. I can file for withholding tax as well as value-added tax. One last step before we do a small demo filing a tax form is within the user aspect where we were talking about user inquiry. Within user inquiry, you can create a new inquiry with the ERS, and you are able to choose who are you contacting in the ERS. When you say who are you contacting in the ERS, is it an issue of audit? Is it a query within the debt? Is it a query, or is it like a general query? Is it an issue of objections? Is it about payments? Is it about refunds? Is it about registration? So you have a long list where you can choose from, and the minute you are done with your query, you just send it through, and the one responsible or the officers within that department that you've chosen are able to receive your query, and they send you back. If I were to show you an example of the chart that I'm talking about, just give me a second. It would be like this. It would be more like we are exchanging communication. So you have written a query and the ERS will be responding right away. Unlike before, you used to write us a query and all you could get is an email. Imagine you used e-text, but then now when we're responding in another system. But now we are saying it will be within the same portal. Why are we doing this? It's so that you're also able to look back. Let's say it's 2 months later, you asked something 2 months ago, and now probably you have the same problem. By the way, what did they say? How do I calculate my first installment for provisional tax? You just go back and revisit your queries, and you're able to find the response that you got from the ERS. And moving along, valued clients, may I now go straight to filing a VAT return with your permission. So I've chosen the tax type, VAT. And immediately I choose the tax type, the system knows my TIN actually, and it knows who is filing. The client that's filing his tax is investments, and you then have to specify the period that you are filing for. Oh, my client. Okay, we always advise that if you have like a number of periods that are outstanding, please always go for the oldest, yes, because you know value of money over time. Can't teach you everything. Okay, at this point, now we want to display to you what the commissioner introduced in the morning to say then there's no longer, there won't be a need for you to send in a return. You just upload your schedules and you are just done. So, we know how the VAT return looks like. Nothing has changed. We start with our output, which is sales, and then section B is our input, which is purchases. Within the workflow, whilst you are filing, you are able to access your schedule. How it was done in the past, we would have to email you those schedules, remember? You would have to visit our website to download those schedules. Now we are saying within the workflow, whilst you are busy filing your VAT, you are able to access your schedule. So there's two options. Could be that you've already downloaded a VAT schedule and you've saved it somewhere. Or option number two, you haven't done that prior, so you're already here. You can still download a VAT schedule and you can complete it whilst you are filing and re-upload it. And it'll just do the magic for you. So let's just do that. Let me just click here for everyone to appreciate the download I'm talking about. You see? Magic text is. I've clicked on download. I haven't completed the schedule before. I click on download and the system immediately pops up a VAT schedule. What you will be noting, valued clients, is that for every section, there's a relevant schedule for it. So we are on output tax, which is sales, and the output VAT schedule has popped up for a client to go ahead and complete. Let's say you've already completed that old schedule. You can literally just go copy and paste here only the output entries, and then you'll be able to save your output schedule and re-upload it within the output section. So in my case, it just happens that I have already completed my output VAT schedule. So once you click on browse, it will take you to your computer, and then you search where you have saved your output VAT schedule, and you literally just double click on it. It comes this side, and you go ahead, upload. You sip your coffee, and you just check the magic. It just happens right in front of you. The text form has already been completed by the schedules. It's as good as you brought in a pencil or a pen and you are completing your text form through the upload of the schedule. So I want us to be together, valued clients. This is no longer an issue of attachments. Now you are uploading. We're taking you to levels. We will be doing more uploads in the ERS, so we don't want to leave you behind. We also want you to be busy doing uploads whilst you are filing your tax forms. So this is exactly how the schedule will look like. It's already completing your tax form. So you already have entries within your output section because you have uploaded a VAT output schedule. So let's go to B. Same thing on B. You can either click on download. If you download, it means you haven't completed your schedule before. It means you can download, it will do what it's done in A, it will pop up, you fill in the entries, you save it, you then re-upload it again. But in my case, let's say we've saved our input VAT schedule. So you will just go ahead, click on browse, and the system will take you to your computer, you search where you saved it, and you just double click. Simple. Just do clicks after clicks. And then you just upload. Now you have output entries. You see the magic. You see the magic. I'm imagining clients will be just smiling whilst they are complying, Mr. CG. They'll just be smiling all the way. Please smile as far as this section. Don't just smile whilst you're uploading. Smile as far as the calculated tax, and you just go ahead and make your payment. So let's say I had uploaded schedules that then populated and calculated a refund for me. Remember, we're on self-assessment. So we will take what you've said, and it hasn't changed. We'll still internally verify the authenticity of your credit so that it will be able to be used for future debts or we paid out once it's been verified. So let's say in my case, let's say I had filed five schedules that then populated a refund. It means I'll then need to read this paragraph. If I say the commissioner can go ahead, use my credit once it's been verified for future debts, I will say yes. But if I want my credit to be paid out, I will say no. But in my case, I'm kind of like owing the commissioner. So the next step that needs to happen before you can say you are done with your return, please check form. I promised you levels. And I'm giving you just that this morning. So once you click on check form, the system, it will literally just go everywhere and see if you haven't left out any mandatory fields that were supposed to be attended to. So once it's happy to have done that, you can come with me and realize that still the submit button is not yet activated. What needs to happen right now, you need to then acknowledge to say the information that I'm submitting to the commissioner is true and is complete. So we call this small box a signature box. So I'm not expecting those calls to say, but this thing of yours is not working. I'm unable to file here. The submit button is grayed out. Now you know. Just tell your friend, submit, Baba, sign. Sign, and then you'll submit. Once you've clicked on the signature box, see what happens. Submit button is activated. You just go ahead with a smile. You prepare your online banking this side to do what needs to be done. So I've clicked on submit. It's just giving me some time to prepare the money, you know. It's kind of steep. It's kind of steep, so it's not a 2 seconds thing. Immediately, the system can kind of like speculate and say, I know your curiosity right now. You've just filed a tax form. You would like to see how it looks like in the account. Has it posted one? Once it's posted, has it changed the details? Or how are things looking in your account? So already the system is suggesting to you to say, view your filing history at this point. So because you know that the return that I've just filed is kind of like the last one. What's the date today? Is the 29th. So you can always just view. You remember, I took you the long way to view your filing history, but because the system is so smart, it knows your curiosity. So after you've just filed, it takes you straight to filing history, and you can always go to the tax form that you've just filed and like, oh yeah, this is how much I'm owing the commissioner. I'll be happy ukubambisa babe commissioner, sifukule umnotho. And then from there, you just do the payment. One last that I'd like to show you, which I didn't open, is the VAT certificate under the correspondence. I just would like to share with you before I leave the stage. So this is how our VAT certificate will look like. We promise that it has a QR code, and this is for security measures, so it's authentic and it's valid. From me to you, our valued clients, I'd like to see you enjoy the journey. I'd like to see those lines in our service centers. Apela, because you will be doing your tax matters at the comfort of your office, in the comfort of your home, in your comfortable spaces. All that we need to hear from you is that, hey, Babe Commissioner, you have yourself a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Kebo. There you have it. That's how our system is going to work. And I do believe that you can observe that we are moving it a level above, and we must also confirm that during our engagements with most of the businesses, as we're going out, engaging with them, the feedback is quite positive. I think you can also attest to that. And this system is actually well appreciated, as it is coming with a lot of benefits. At this point in time, may I invite Philip from our partners, C2D. He's going to give us just a talk on how, from an ORMB perspective, this system is actually good for us as a country. And I will hand over to Philip, who is the managing partner from C2D. Thank you very much. Over to you, Philip. Thank you.
So I'll be actually very brief. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed member of the ERS, colleagues, good morning. So, my name is Philippe Dadour. I'm the managing partner for C2D Services, a Canadian-based company specialized in tax modernization. We're delivering this project with our partner, RIA, an American-based firm specializing in Oracle technologies. So getting to this moment at the eve of going live has been quite the journey, a rewarding journey, I have to say. Me and my colleagues got to know more about Eswatini, and it's a very beautiful country, very fine people. We always feel welcome, and some of my colleagues have several traditional Swati clothing. We even have pictures to prove it. The system we're putting in place is called Oracle Revenue Management and Billing, or RMB in short. Both the database and the application run on Oracle technology. In fact, ORMB itself is part of a wider technological framework supported by Oracle that makes the system very flexible and extensible. Over the years, the system has evolved, adapting to new technologies, and even changed name at times. The main takeaway, though, is that over the years, Oracle continuously invested in ORMB and continues investing in it. Many very large organizations have been using the ORMB framework for many years now. It is a system that already proved itself. Those organizations range from revenue authorities such as the Dutch Tax Authority, the Denmark Tax Authority, and the Tax Department of Angola, to semi-public organizations such as the London Stock Exchange and the Australia Post, and all the way to private organizations such as Deutsche Bank, HSBC, and Barclays. Basically, you're getting a pretty nifty. In a few days, ORMB will be going live in Eswatini. It's crucial to recognize that this is a turning point, the culmination of months of hard work by all involved stakeholders in order to provide the country with a more efficient system, more automation, better services to taxpayers and the business community. All of this at a lower cost of compliance for both the taxpayers and the ERS. More importantly, this is the starting point of a new journey. This is only the first release of ORMB, meaning it is the first set of functionalities to be rolled out. Several additional releases are planned. Each will add new functionalities, new capabilities to the system, enhancing further efficiency and available online services to taxpayers. This speaks to the agile and iterative approach with which the project is managed, focusing on to mirror more closely best practices recommended by the OECD and setting the ERS on a new path to becoming a data-driven organization. Maybe at this point, I'd like to say maybe what is in the future for these next few releases. So a lot has been discussed and presented for release 1. I will not go over that. It was an excellent demo. So maybe what is important, the main takeaway here is actually release 1 is only the beginning. It's only a foundation on which the system will continue to evolve and on which we will build more functionalities, more depth in the functionality set as well. So it's going to be more automation, more efficiency, connecting the system to other third-party systems, such as the custom system, in order to pull data, pre-populate even more tax returns, making it easier even for taxpayers to file and comply. It's also about data. So Release 1 is really about computerizing, let's say, the basic processes of the ERS for all the tax types. But as we move forward into Release 2, Release 3, and beyond, it's going to be also about the other processes. So collection, audit, automated risk compliance. So all these are very, very important processes to computerize because they speak to an equitable treatment of tax types amongst taxpayers, and also ensuring that everybody pay his and her fair share of the taxes, to the society. Obviously, the ERS is a cornerstone institution for the country. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much more to say, but I will stop here. It has been a privilege working with the ERS, and me and my team are looking forward to continuing this journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Philip. Crucial to know that this release of better things to come. I think you have highlighted that the type of systems that you have introduced in different countries, they would give a potential for an organization like ours to do even better things in the future, which predominantly would be meant to also make compliance for clients, whilst at the same time, we believe improving in terms of ensuring that we collect the taxes that are needed by the government, as we are the cornerstone organization for this country. At this point in time, invite the Commissioner General, Mr. Brightwell Nkambule. He is going to do his keynote presentation, and he will do closure for this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Program Director. Good morning. Good morning to our distinguished guests, colleagues, and our partners from the media. Thank you very much for making the time to join us in this very, very important event today. I will start my session. I have just 2 slides. So I am going to take no more than 15 minutes here. But I would like to start with this one. We will remember that just a few days ago, the Minister of Finance said, Ngwe, go and get 14.5 billion. And he did also share that he expects us to introduce a number of initiatives. He expects us to digitalize our processes. So in this session here today, we are launching TaxEase, which is one of the extremely important systems that will help us in meeting this target. Says vele sitsenkwe. Later in the month of March, we will be starting work on the custom system, Asikuda World. And then later in the year, as Cebolenkosi did share with us earlier, we will be introducing more functionality on the tax system. And since 2022 targets by just implementing systems. We'll achieve this target by implementing systems as well as finding each other with our partners so that our partners can come and do what the commissioner highlighted earlier, co-create with us. We remain the way that we should configure our systems. Just moving on slightly, this commitment is summed up by our strategic theme, where we say we want to be digitalized, data-driven with our partners. What that means is that we will continuously digitalize our processes so that our partners have to focus on their businesses. I have here a very simple diagram that summarizes the SEs on the other side and the world that we are going to on the right-hand side. So you will see that on the left-hand side, that side, we have a representation of the SEs where businesses have to register with the Ministry of Commerce. Then after registration with the Ministry of Commerce, they have to come down Malakwane with their books to register with the ERS. And thereafter they go and do their businesses. On a regular basis, they then have to log into their systems to report. Now that ERP represents Enterprise Resource Planning System. Now these are systems that would typically be used by our clients out there. So for value-added tax, like she has presented, on a periodic basis, either monthly or quarterly, they would file returns with us and attach schedules with those returns. Again, on a monthly basis, they would submit their PAYE returns. Then annually, they do the annual PAYE recon. After every instance of filing a return, they then have to log out of our system, log into the banking portal to make the instruction to pay the tax liability. On the custom side, same. For importation, exportation, you come out of your ERP, you log into the customs Eswatini system, you file your declaration, you log out of the Eswatini custom system, you log into SARS, you file your declaration. And after that, you log into the banking platform to make the payment. And if it is a weekend on customs, you have to call a few people to make sure that money gets into your Asikuda account. We would like to change all that. On the right-hand side, our desire is that you must just do your business. Just log into your ERP, interact with your customers, interact with your suppliers, and then just let the technology do the tax activities for you. And this is not a far-fetched dream, because on the custom side, we're already doing it with one client, client Longalanga Sepunya. We're doing it. So they just concentrate on doing their imports and exports. We've connected their ERP to our Asikuda system. So the technology is just generating the declarations for them. We would like to go up a notch, even on the tech side. She presented how we want to generate the declarations for you, the VAT returns for you. But we want to go up a notch. We want to connect with your ERP or your accounting system so that you don't have to step back, log into our system to upload the schedule. We want to pull the details on a monthly basis and just create the returns for you. For income tax, for VAT, and for payroll, we would like to connect with your payroll systems. Because our desire is that you just focus on your business. Don't be logging on and off the various systems. Now, coming back to the scenario I highlighted earlier, with registration, we would like our clients to just register with government, and then between government and ourselves, we'll share the data, and then issue you with the TIN. So you no longer will have to do double registrations. I've talked about the pre-population of returns and pre-population of declarations. We are working very hard right now with the projects that is being introduced by the central banks for the banking industry in the country. Will be that the central bank is introducing, so that, as she presented earlier, you should have an option that after filing your return, you don't need to have to log out of our systems and log into the banking platform to issue the instruction. We would like you to, within our systems, to just press a button and say pay. So file the return and pay. Fast forward, once we've connected to your systems, once you get to an era where you don't have to actually do the return, our systems will just do the returns for you by connecting to your accounting systems. And then hopefully, we trust, once the trust relationship has upgraded to, she talked about levels. Once the trust relationship has reached that level, you don't have to worry about tax at all, because the systems will pre-populate the returns and then go get the money from your account. So now you don't have to worry at all about taxes. You will just be focusing on what are the chances that you will make a mistake. They're very minimal, because we'll be sitting to configure the system to pass the data automatically. But I must emphasize that this will be with your permission. But it will happen once the trust relationships are levels, once they reach that level. Yeah. So in summary, for this year, for the current year, that Asikuda opportunity is there. We're extending that opportunity to all. It is there. We're inviting our clients to come forward. Thank you very much for that. Give yourselves a high five. Give your neighbor a high five. Give your neighbor a high five. Thank you very much. So to all those who contributed, to our partners, I can see here, I can see Business Eswatini, I can see Bankers Association, Institute of Accountants. Please, let's also give them a high five. They are our partners, lifetime partners. The team themselves, thank you. Can they please just stand up and maybe come up front so that we can see them? I sugat. Yeah, so that you can take pictures. So, siyabonga kakhulu team. Then last but not least, we had the marketing team that was working with the media. Members of the media, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the team that was facilitating everything. They were collaborating with our clients in getting inputs. They were collaborating with the developers. They're also collaborating with staff, and they have been working most of the time, Saturdays and Sundays. When everyone was going for Christmas, they were there. And I went to work with them for a few hours and then left them and went for Christmas. But they continued. They continued working. So guys, siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you. Program Director. Khona ngushilo. Okay. Yes, Program Director, please come. So siyabonga kakhulu. Bekunene sichubeke sibambisane sakhelive siyabonga.
Thank you very much, CG. As they normally say, we want to thank everyone for attending this session, and we really appreciate your presence. And if you haven't had breakfast, we still have a chance to grab something just outside. And thank you very much, and thank you for attending. This brings us to the end of the session. Thank you.